it's a funny thing because as soon as you have a spray can, it's like you're a criminal. You know, you could walk down the road and you could take out a paintbrush and probably do a big mural and nobody would say a thing. But if you walk down the road with a spray can, immediately people would be looking at you. The spray can is needed for a lot of the stuff I'm doing because of the texture of the wall, the surface. I mean, there's certain things that you can do with spray cans that you just can't do with brush. Everything is just kind of lined up, you know. I was doing all the work in Ireland. It was all leading to the same thing. Then I got to Hawaii, and the one project that was the most important thing to me about the trip was the pillboxes. So we went out to kind of point. We didn't really know how to get up to the pillboxes, so climbed up the side of the mountain, and it was pretty hairy for a minute. As we were walking along, we spotted something else that looked like it was the side of the hill was all concreted, and I knew there must have been a huge compound up there back when it was in use. And that's the kind of thing that really interests me in these places. It's like something that was very secretive at the time. Got to the first box, picked the spot. It was completely open. You know, it was just cliff edge and then this wall, and you're open, completely open to what was there. It was a pretty special spot to be looking over, like 270-degree view of the ocean, and then you look back and it's just mountains. Basically, the idea behind the Hawaiian project with the pillboxes was the pillboxes were something that were kind of forced upon the land, but in a way, painting these eyes and the characters onto them, it's kind of giving it back to the land in a way. So I kind of, in my mind, I have an idea that's there, and then when I get to the place, I can kind of decide what's going to fit, what's going to look right. Which part of the wall I'm actually going to paint onto. Panoramic shots, I think, need to be done because it captures the whole scene. There's the view that I would be seeing while I'm working, and then it goes to the character that in turn reacts with it. The second location was pretty cool because I guess because it's pretty difficult to get up there. You know, the shutters that block the windows are still there, and I noticed in a lot of the boxes either they've been torn down or they've eroded away or whatever, but they're still up there. Yeah, it just seemed a bit more preserved than the other ones I've been to. I mean, there was still names and dates and a lot of tags and stuff up there from people that have visited before, and it was kind of cool to look back, and there was, you know, names from the 60s and the 70s up there, so it's kind of like a little time capsule. I started painting the eyes back in June this year, and it came about from I went up to Belfast to do a piece in another artist's building. We were going to get a few artists in one of the nights and pick a theme and paint it on the night. And the idea behind it is to get you out of your comfort zone. Like you can get very comfortable painting the same or similar things all the time, and people are very well known for that. And I guess that's what has happened now with the eyes. But it was about getting out of the comfort zone. Something that I've always been interested in is figurative form. So I used to do a lot of life drawing and that kind of thing. And then I was brought down to Bantry like that week and there was a really long wall, so I was going to paint a 40-meter long reclining nude, and I wasn't sure how this small little town would take a naked woman lying across their main car park, so I just decided to go for an eye. And then in doing it, something just sparked with me that it doesn't matter all the other stuff that goes around. People are just drawn to the eyes, you know. Everybody can connect to it. If it's a picture of a face or even an eyeball. If I paint a full portrait, it takes away from the focal area of the eyes. So I just decided to do purely the eyes, or, you know, part of the face with some hair and that kind of thing. But I try and keep it very, very, very minimal, very focused on the eyes. For the Keana Point piece, I had an idea because we did one up near the head at WWII. So it kind of interacted, because that one would have been looking at Keana Point. And then when we got to Keana Point, there was the one at the bottom, and then a couple of levels up, and then the top one. So it was kind of supposed to be this running idea between the three pieces. So when I get back to Ireland, I'm definitely going to take a few weeks off, because it's been pretty much non-stop since March. I'm going to get a pile of paint again when I get back there, and I want to try and get over to New York to paint at 5 Points before that shuts down, and try and get to Paris, and maybe over to London as well. So just kind of keeping it going. And I don't know if it'll be eyes, I don't know if, I mean, I've got a couple of images in my mind that I want to start kind of developing at some stage. I guess when the time is right, I'll do it. But maybe this will just keep going as it is. I don't want to force anything, just let it happen naturally, you know.